Sara, I've been running tests on the new booking system, and I found something weird.
Bob, now you know that testing isn't just about finding bugs. It's about evaluating, verifying, and validating. Also, testing reduces risks, provides information, and builds confidence. Objectives always depend on the context. Let's learn about testing and debugging.
Sara, I've been running tests on the new booking system, and I found something weird. The system crashes every time I try to add more than 3 passengers to a reservation.
That's a failure. Good work catching it. Now let's talk about what happens next. Do you fix it?
No? Isn't that the developer's job?
Exactly. Testing and debugging are separate activities. Your job as a tester is to trigger failures and identify defects. Debugging, handled by developers, involves diagnosing and fixing the root cause of the failure. Think of it like this. You're the pilot running a system check. You notice the landing gear isn't deploying. That's the failure. Now, the mechanics, developers, figure out why.
So what do they do?
Debugging involves 3 steps. First, reproduce the failure. Second, diagnose the issue, like faulty hydraulics. Finally, fix the root cause and run confirmation tests to ensure it's resolved.
What if their fix breaks something else?
That's why we perform regression testing, checking the system to ensure no other part is unintentionally affected. Static testing works differently. If we're reviewing requirements or code and find a defect, like a missing validation rule, it doesn't trigger failures.
No failures? Then how do we know something's wrong?
Static testing identifies defects directly without reproducing a failure. Debugging skips reproduction and diagnosis and goes straight to fixing.
So static testing is like finding a crack in the plane's wing during an inspection. It's clear what's wrong without recreating an issue.
Exactly. Fixing those cracks early saves time and resources later.
Sara, the crash is gone. Does that mean the developers fixed it?
Looks like it. Now it's time for confirmation testing. You'll rerun the same test to confirm the issue is resolved.
And then regression testing to make sure nothing else broke, right?
You're a fast learner, Bob. Testing and debugging work hand in hand. We trigger failures, they fix defects, and we verify fixes.
Testing's like piloting a plane, spotting issues, and keeping everything in check, while debugging is like the mechanics ensuring the plane stays safe to fly.
Exactly, Bob. Together, we'll make sure CodeQuest Airlines has a smooth takeoff.
Testtactix, upskill, innovate, succeed. Passengers could end up stranded or worse if something goes wrong mid-flight.